Welcome back. Today we are going to see NCERT Social Political chapter number 3, What is Government. So as we know, the chapter name is What is Government. So the first priority is to see the definition of the word government. Okay? A government is the system of group of people governing an organized community that have the power to rule in a territory according to the law. This territory may be a country, a state, or a province within a country or a region. Okay. The other definition is the word government refers to a governing body that makes decisions and get things done for the welfare of its citizen. It makes rules, laws, and regulation, collect taxes, and print money. Okay, so government it makes rules, laws, and regulation, collect taxes, and print money. So in your textbook, in the beginning of the lesson, some questions were given in this chapter. So you will learn what is government. So first question is what important role government plays in our lives. Okay, what important role government plays in our lives? How do they decide what to do? So all these question answer I will try to give first. The government provides legal support to its citizens against any discrimination and injustice. So if you remember, we have already discussed about discrimination and injustice. Discrimination means treating the other person differently on the basis of gender, caste, race, religion, or social or economical status, etc. Now the word injustice means being unfair. For example, suppose if an innocent person is sent into a jail, though he had not committed any crime, then he is that is the example of injustice. Okay. Second, it maintains peace and so keeps society in order. So government maintains peace in the society. Okay, it maintains law and order in the society so the society can live in peace. Third, it controls crime. Control crime with the help of police and also by making the laws so that the people will have fear that if they commit any crime they will be sent to the jail or will have to pay amount of money as a fine. Okay, so all you know that if anyone make a crime he or she has to be going to the jail or some crime or some fine they have to pay. Fourth, it assists people to lead a proper life. So government assists, they guide the people to lead a proper life. In the event of natural calamities, the government provides all emergency assistance to the affected people. So now we are seeing the Assam flood. Okay, so how the government is helping the Assam people? Okay, so they provide medical help, food, medicine, etc. when the time of calamities. Second question: what do government do? How do they decide what to do? So how do the government do and how they decide to what to do? It make decisions and get the things done. It build roads and school. Okay, so government make decision related to providing funds for education program, funds to the health department, funds for development of the nation, for the construction of roads, building, dams, hospitals, for maintenance of railways, etc. What do government do? How do they decide what to do? It also supervises postal and railway services. Okay. At the time of the natural calamities, it organized aid and assistance for the affected people. As we already know that when there is a natural calamity now, you are seeing the uh, corona virus pandemic is going on. So how government is treating the people, how they are helping the people, Assam flood, how the government is helping the people. What is the difference between different type of governments such as monarchies and democracy? So what is a monarchy? It is a government led by a king or queen during the 16th and 1700. Monarchy. Monarchy is a form of government in which the monarch, king or queen has the power to make decision and run the government. The monarch may have a small group of people to discuss the matter with it, but the final decision making power remains with the monarch. Okay, monarchy means where the king or the queen is the main power. and whatever decision they are taking, they were the final decision. Whether it is a right or wrong decision, all the people have to have to accept their decision. So that is called the monarchy decision. So in olden days, we were following the monarchy, okay, when there was a king, queen. So monarchy, if I'll explain here, the position is hereditary. Monarchy, the position is hereditary, means if the king, if the king is there, after his death, his son will be the king. Okay, so it is hereditary. Now comes the democracy. Okay, democracy is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Okay, so here important is people, people, and people. So priority given is to the people. Okay, so democracy is has main thing is that it is the for the people, of the people, and by the people. Okay, unlike democracy, in a democracy, kings and queens do not have to explain their actions or defend the decision they take. So in a democracy, the person who is elected, or so he has to defend himself, while in monarchy the king and the queen are not answerable to anyone. But in democracy, the elected person, suppose a prime minister, so if anything goes wrong, he is answerable to the people, because people has elected them, they have given vote for to him. So whatever thing is good, or if anything had happened, so he has to answer it to the people. Every country needs government to make decision and get things done. Okay, the government has a variety of works to do. So there are different type of works the government has to do. Okay, to discharge each responsibility smoothly, it works at three levels. Okay, so there are three important levels in the government. So the first level, at the local level. Local level means in your village, town, or locality. Local level, in your village, town, or locality. So in sixth standard, you will see at the local level. In seventh, you will see the state level, and in the further class, you will see the national level. So here are the some work where the government do, where to build roads and school. Okay, so the decision related for the construction road and school area, where the school should be decided by the government. Ways to increase the supply of electricity. How they also manage to cut the prices of onion. They also implement various scheme, medical facility for to the people for leading a good life. Okay, so there are various work which government do. Government makes rules and regulation for the people. The government also has the job, sorry, government make various rules which we have to follow. Okay, so see how the government is providing help if the tsunami is there. So how the government is helping the nation, how the government is helping the people by providing them medical facility, medical aid, by providing them food, shelters. Okay, if any disputes is there, if sometimes some dispute occur between people, or anyone did a crime, so we will find the particular person in a court. Okay, so the court is also a part of a government. Government make various laws, which rules which we have to follow. For example, while driving we have to wear helmets. While driving a car we have to wear the seat belt. So all these things are done for our safety only. And government has to take many decisions. You may be wondering how the government managed to do all this work. Okay, how they to manage to do all this work. Okay, government also measure to control the resources and protect the territory of the country. So the people of the country, particularly country, will feel secure. This is all done on the behalf of the government, and do this by exercising. Okay, leadership. So there are three levels of government. First is the central government. Central government is for the nation. Then the state government, the state which will use state, suppose we are living in Maharashtra, so Maharashtra state, and for the local level. Okay, Talking about the government, Indian government, Bharat Sarkar is the union government created by the Constitution of India at the legislative, as the legislative, executive, and judicial authority of Union of 28 state and 8 union territory. Okay. So now here some information about government of India which you have, which you can take a view. Okay, take the view. So now we know that government works at three level: local, state, and national level. Okay, so here is the map. You can see the administrative division. Okay, so the whole nation is not run by one person or one prime minister. So it is divided into different administrative department. Okay, so if prime minister is there, so he look after the country, but various department is various person are allotted for the different administrative department. So we know that the government works at three different level: local, state, national. Okay, here you can see two different types of map. Okay, the first map consists of the administrative division. So see, these are the administrative divisions of India. And map 2. Here, locally the state level would mean in which covers the entire state, like how the government function at the state and the central level. Okay. So here you can see the function of the government at the central and the state level. Okay. First map was for the administrative, and this is for the government function at the state and the central level. Okay, so state government, if you suppose if you are living in Maharashtra, so Maharashtra government will look after for your state. If you are living in Himachal Pradesh, so Himachal Pradesh government look after Himachal Pradesh. Okay, and overall the national government or the central level will look after all the state government. Okay, and local level, we already know that they work for the local area, locality, villages, towns, and district. So in this way the levels are divided at the three levels. Okay, laws and the government needs laws to maintain peace and order in the society. Law establishes justice. It is meant to achieve constitution idea, ex equality, and right against discrimination. Okay, law makes it compulsory for the people to obey it. This is the only way government can function, by means making laws and by implementing laws on everyone. So the government has the power to make decisions. Similarly, the government has the power to enforce the decision also. It has the law says that all citizens or all people person person living in India are equal. Okay, all the person living in India are equal. Law make is compulsory for the people to obey it. So, suppose we have the law that every person who is driving vehicle must have a license, or each one have one who driving motorcycle should wear a helmet. So it is a law, and it if it is not being done, that the particular person can either be jailed or can fine a large sum of money. So this is the law, and it is enforced on the people, it is implemented on the people. So everyone has to follow the law. Law also has that in our Constitution of India, that we are all citizens are equal uh, in front of the government. So there is no discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, or social or political status. Law is equal for everyone. Okay, so government make laws for the benefit of the people also. Laws are made. Now, there are two types of government. First, we have seen the monarchy government, where the king or the queen is the main person, and we have to follow. And monarch means the king or the queen. Okay, and the second is the democratic government. It is a form of a government in which supreme power is vested in the people and exercised by them, directly or indirectly through a system of representation, usually involving periodic free election. Okay. Democratic government is a democracy. This achievement is the result of long and eventful struggle of Indian people. Democracy is the rule of the people. The basic idea is that the people rule themselves by participating in making this law. Okay. Democratic government usually referred as representative government. So already we know that monarchy, it is a government led by a king or queen during 1600 1700. Monarch ruled much in Europe. Okay, so in Europe many monarch, king and queen was there. Now we'll talk about democratic government are usually referred as a representative democracy. In a representative democracy, people do not participate directly, but instead choose the representative through elections process. These representative meet and make decision for the entire population. Okay, so democracy, it is the for the people, of the people, by the people, and for the people. Okay, India struggle for freedom. Now we'll talk about the struggle for freedom. So that time there is struggle for right to vote also. There was a time when government did not allow women and the poor people to participate in election. In their earliest form of government allowed only men who owned property and were educated allowed to vote. The country was governed the country was governed rules and regulation. Okay, so this is the direct democracy and this is the representative democracy. Okay, direct democracy, we cast a vote, and in representative democracy we elect a representative, we vote, then we elect a representative. Okay, so we have talked about that struggle for vote. So we already know that poor and women were not allowed to vote. Okay, in India before independence only a small minority was allowed to vote. Several people including Gandhiji were shocked at the unfairness of this practice. They demanded that all adults should have the right to vote. This is known as universal adult franchising. Okay, universal adult franchising means all have the rights to vote. Okay, struggle of women for the rights. In earlier time, women were not allowed, considered to be efficient enough to do men's work. Okay, so there were not open education, property right, or any particular participation in the decision making process. So when the World War was broke up in 1940, men went away for fighting, so many women do the men's work. Okay, whatever men were doing the work, so many women that may have done the men's work. So women are able to do all the works. Many women organize and managing different kind of work. So women break up the stereotype and began to see equally capable of making decision. Women struggle to get the right to vote got strengthened the movement called women's suffrage movement. American women got the right to vote in 1920, while women in UK got the right to vote in 1928. Okay, so uh, after that in India also we have followed the universal adult franchise, where all the citizens of India, whether it is a rich, he is rich or poor, whether he is a high status or low status, whether he's a police or a criminal, he has a right to vote. Okay, so here Gandhiji has a great work for here. Means he has done lot of efforts for the universal adult franchise. Okay, in the earliest form government didn't allow women to vote. Okay, so here either one general is there by MK Mahatma Gandhi, that young India means Gandhiji work that in India before independence only small minority was allowed to vote. Several people including Gandhiji were shocked at the unfairness of this practice. In this journal, Young India 1931, Gandhiji said, I cannot possibly bear the idea that a man who has got wealth should have the vote, but that a man who has got character but no wealth or literacy should have no vote, or that a man who works honestly by the sweat or of his brow day day in and day out should not have the vote for the crime of being. So here we finish our lesson. For further points, I will give another video for this chapter. Till then, take care, stay healthy and stay home.